Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at Automobilista 2 with the update of version 1.3.1, and obviously the version 1.3 update was absolutely massive and changed so much about the game. However, today we're looking at the Cleveland GP in the kart stroke IndyCars, and if you haven't tried it already, it's highly worth a try. It's such a challenging circuit, especially in these cars, they're so fast. And I've set it to an evening race with a bit of a transition, so hopefully we'll get some nice skyline and some lights in the distance from the city, and we'll jump straight in. A really flat, bumpy circuit. It's a live airfield, so there's markings all over the track which confuses you. And I highly recommend, if you've never driven this track before, your first ever race should be with AI and cars around you so you can learn the circuit. Because if you do what I did and jump on the circuit with nothing around you, you will get lost. You will go straight on in places where you should be going straight on. These cars with between 800 and 900 brake horsepower, depending on which car you go for, and weighing in at just under 800 kilos, present challenges in many ways. Massive tyres, heavy steering. Makes it a very exciting car to drive. This turn one can be a challenge, coming out of it. So in the real world, you must have had blurred vision and no teeth left in your skull, because it's so bumpy. And these cars are so brutal now. You've got tyres and cones going. And that's one of the challenges I found as well. It's not necessarily your braking point, but it's your apexes that you find a little bit challenging to spot. You're only marked by cones and tyres, so if one of your opponents takes them out, it makes it even more tricky, obviously, to spot your apex.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace, a tenth off the pace in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. The track temperature is increasing, it's now 34 Celsius.
But the updates that have been brought to Automobilista now, hats off to the developers. Cars feel so connected now, whereas it was hit and miss previously. Some cars felt connected, and certain cars just felt like you're skidding around on ice. And I've got to admit, I'm going to make a video on one particular car that has changed completely since the update, and is now a really good car to drive. But the changes affected every car within Automobilista. So every car has benefited from the updates. And as usual, the graphics look superb.
Fastest lap for round in 101.5. Okay, Matt, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. That's your fastest lap. Track temperature.
That was half throttle and still got sided.
Celsius.
And I keep missing that turning. Luckily, with this particular circuit, it's so wide that you do have the opportunity of
Push now. The guy behind is catching.
taking various different approaches and racing lines to get overtaking done. But the one thing you really need to avoid if you can is overheating tyres. it's a real struggle to get the temperatures back down once you've
Still there. Clear left.
gone above the limit.
E5, 2 to go. Your lap time was 1:01.4.
I've even had to turn down the AI because I just don't know this track well enough to compete at my usual settings. The other thing, I weren't expecting him to slow down mid-corner like that. The other thing I've noticed as well with the AI, hello, is they no longer, when they detect you close, is jump and jinx all over the place like they did previously. One of my previous videos with the BMW 2001 at Monza, you'll see in that video
Do all the work. Focus on your exits. That's left.
that the AI
Clear left.
seem to jump and flick about,
Go on, man.
and they seem to smooth that movement out.
The gap to Stevenson ahead is increasing. It's now 1.8.
So far with this particular car, we've got a really nice balance between understeer like there and then oversteer, so you can, once you've got the hang of it, really put this car where you want to, and it's really lively. For some reason that bit there just reminds me of the Top Gear test track, the follow through, I don't know why.
E4. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done.
Sky's looking lovely. We've got hot air balloons in the distance. So yeah, we're a combination. I think if you haven't tried Automobilista before, or Automobilista 2 for a long time, this new update, so recommended. It's so enjoyable.